Does your leash walking training look like this? Today we are going to talk about an amazing tool that is purpose-built to have you use it and lose it as quickly as possible to create amazing skills with your dog. The versatility of this is going to blow your mind. So let's get into it. I'm Instructor Shannon. Welcome back to McCann Dogs. Now, this tool that I'm talking about is called a gentle leader, and we love them. I often joke and call it power steering for dogs. It's something that you're going to love using with a young dog that either has lots of energy, like young Keelani here, or is very powerful and loves to pull, also like young Keelani here. So this is going to have a twofold effect on her. It's going to calm her down a little bit, and it's also going to give me more muscle to be able to help her figure out what's right and stop the rehearsal of pulling. Now, she's probably not going to like this when I put it on, but that's okay. She doesn't need to like it. I need to like it, and it's going to help me get her to the point where I'll be able to give her good freedom and good off-leash freedom even, because I'll create some great listening skills, right, girly? Now, I don't want you to be confused. This is not a muzzle. A lot of times people look at this tool, and because they see it goes over the dog's muzzle, they think it prevents them from opening their mouth and barking and biting and eating and all sorts of things. And you can clearly see with young Keelani here, she's got her mouth open slightly and she's panting. She can easily take treats. She can easily drink. She can easily bite, nip, and do all of the things that she could do without it. It doesn't physically close her mouth. And actually, a little secret, that's one of the reasons that we love the gentle leader. Some other head halters, because they don't have this locking clip underneath where the two pieces meet, when you put pressure upwards on that head halter, a lot of them will physically close up on the dog's mouth and on the dog's head. That's not something we want. So with this one, basically that nose loop stays at the same place, and we end up putting a little bit of pressure both on the bridge of the nose and at the back of the neck to help control the dog. So what I'm going to do here, because this is a fairly new tool for Keelani, I want her to learn that it's a really positive thing. So I've got some really high value treats here, little chunks of cheddar cheese, and I am going to reward her as she hangs out peacefully and calmly and isn't fussing with that gentle leader. Good girl, look at you with that on. And then what I might do, because this is a new tool for her, she's done so well with not fussing with it, now I'm going to give her a little break from it. Good girly. Okay, sit. Good girl. Now I'm not going to feed her when I take the gentle leader off, because that would tell her that the good things happen when the gentle leader is not on. I want the good things to happen when the gentle leader's on. So now I'm going to make sure I have good control by stepping on my leash. If you have any doubt at all, do this indoors so that there's no chance of losing your dog, or keep the leash in your hand. Good girl. And then I'll clip onto the gentle leader. Yes. And now that it's on, I can tell her she's lovely, and I can make it a positive thing for her having that gentle leader on by getting in those rewards. All right, so what I'm going to do here is help my dog with some heeling work. I want her to walk on a nice loose lead at my side. So I'm going to get her attention before I start moving. Kiki, hi, you ready? Let's go. That a girly, yay. Let's go. Over here. Yeah, look at you. Yes. I'm going to take lots of opportunities to say yes, and then reward her for walking with me on a loose lead. Yay, good girly. Sit. Oh, you're so smart. Good for you. Good girl. You're only going to be as successful as the equipment that you use. Good quality equipment is really important, and all the equipment that I used today is available at mccanndogs.store. I used a high quality gentle leader, I used a fabulous leather leash, and I also used a bait pouch that allowed me to quickly get my hand in and get treats out for my young dog. Now, you might notice that Kiki is doing fabulously, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One of the reasons for that is the gentle leader. It's really calmed her and it's helped her focus. In addition to that, I, of course, have done this before, so I recognize anytime she tries to put her nose down on the ground or she thinks about leaving me, I'm very quick to try to fix that by using my leash or using my voice or even a little bit of touch to get her attention back on me. If your dog is doing great, fabulous. If they're not doing as well as Kiki, that is okay too. Every dog learns at different levels, and of course the experience of the handler makes a huge difference in things. Timing and stopping them from checking out when you know it's not the right time for them to do so is a huge thing when it comes to dog training, and it will make a massive impact on how your dog reacts to things. So let's take it to the next step, and we're going to talk about the versatility of this tool. Now, because my dog is doing fabulously out here. I'm so proud of her. What a good girl you are, Kiki. I'm going to see how she does with the Gentle Leader nose loop taken off. And this is why we prefer the Gentle Leader. We're actually not sponsored by Gentle Leader. We just love the tool. We use it well, and we believe in it so strongly over any of the other head halters on the market because of these snazzy features that it has. You might be able to see under the chin, there's this little metal clip. And basically that little metal clip allows me to unlock the nose loop. So I can unlock that, pull it down a little bit, and then I can actually slide that nose loop right off over her nose. I can then pull the Gentle Leader through, and what I'm going to do here is attach it to the D-ring that ends up under the chin. So this now becomes a high-riding flat buckle collar instead of being a Gentle Leader. And the nice thing about this setup is that as soon as my training starts to fail, if I have made a bad decision by taking the Gentle Leader off, or if my dog decides that now she's finished with focusing for the day and she's going to pay more attention to everything else, I can easily put that nose loop right back on and use the benefit of that Gentle Leader again. So there's this nice in-between point with the Gentle Leader that allows me to think about weaning away from it. Are you ready, girlie? You want to go for a little walk? Ready? Let's go. That a girl, yay! Keeks. Yes, good girl. When she jumps, I'm just going to reward a little bit lower. Kiki. Atta girl, yes. Good for you. Good for you. Good job, Keeks. That's a good girlie. Yay, good for you. I'm going to keep talking to her. Whoops. She dropped that one. Good girl. Let's go. Yay, good for you. Kiki-doo. Oh, you're such a smarty pants. Hi. Whoop. We're going to go the other way. So she's starting to lose the plot a little bit here. Yay, good girl. Yes. This might be a time to think about, do I want to put the Gentle Leader nose loop back on, or can I keep going? Yay, good girl. Yes. And now she's proven me wrong. She's doing fabulous. So what worked well there? Using my voice was a huge thing. Kiki is a really social girl. She loves to interact. She loves to engage. So using my voice is a great way of keeping her focused on me. Using a little bit of touch also helped. When she started to get pretty distracted there, I was able to reach down and give her a little touch. Hi, good for you. That was touch coupled with voice, and it worked to get her attention. Yes. After a few seconds of attention, I'm going to make sure I get a reward in there for her because I know that she's having a hard time with the distractions here. And I want her to know when she fights and ignores those distractions, wonderful things happen to her and for her. Something else that I want to mention that's really, really important. Adolescence, or the teenage phase, is a very normal thing to happen with all dogs. So you might start with your youngster, with the puppy, with that Gentle Leader on, and you might get to the point where you can wean away from it. Good girlie. You might be able to wean away from it quickly when they're youngsters, and then you might end up falling into a little bit of a hole once they hit adolescence, and you might need to put it back on again. And that is absolutely a-okay. Dogs go through development periods just like humans do. And when they hit that teenage phase, basically what they're wanting to do is go out there and explore the big world on their own. And it's our job to say, hey, you can't. It's not safe for you to do that. You need to stick with me because this is a human world, and I'm going to make sure to keep you safe. And sometimes that takes some convincing from us for our dogs. So don't feel bad. If you have to put the Gentle Leader back on, you might be able to get through some of adolescence, take it back off, and then you might end up with another backslide again. You might need to go and rely on those training tools again. That is absolutely a-okay. Training is fluid, and we want to make sure that we use the tools that help us get things to be successful right from the get-go, but wean away from them quickly when we know things are going really well. We talked a lot today about how to get success with a young dog, but I certainly did not give you all the tips and tricks that we have. If you want some more tips to work with your young dog and create nice loose lead walking skills, click this card right here. And on that note, I'm Instructor Shannon. This is Keelani. Happy training.